I want you to raise your hand if you've ever tried to fix a WordPress layout by screaming at it. I've been there. A weird padding issue, a button that won't center, or a theme that just gives up. And it's times like that when I always think to myself, man, I really miss hard coding. So today we are talking about skills that used to be essential to be a graphic designer, and now it is almost completely extinct. Coding layouts by hand. And I promise, this isn't like a back in my day type of rant. But if you are a designer, especially one that works online, stick around. Because understanding the way the web is built might be the creative advantage that you didn't know that you needed. I was lucky. I learned from a web designer that was coding websites in the late 90s to early 2000s. And back then, web design was coding. There was no drag and drop builders, there was no pre-made themes, no Canva magic wand. If you wanted a website back then, you opened up a blank HTML file and wrote every single line by hand. We used W3 schools like it was a survival guide. To be a graphic designer back then, you had to learn how to float divs and write inline styles, and sometimes fight Internet Explorer like it owes you money. And honestly, there was something beautiful about it. You understood how every element on your page worked, and you had full creative control right down to every single pixel. And then came platforms like WordPress, and then suddenly designers didn't need to know how to code anymore. My professor, after that early mentor, focused completely on WordPress. And why? Because clients loved it. It was easy to update, easy to use, and most importantly, it was easy to hand off. And now we have things like Webflow, Squarespace, Framer, even Canva websites. And these tools are awesome. They've made web design more accessible than ever. But in making things simpler, we kind of lost something. Today, designers can make a website look great until it breaks. But if you're a designer that understands code, then you're not helpless in that situation. You're not there stuck Googling how to fix a floating menu above your hero section. You know what's causing it. And more than that, learning how to code makes you think differently. It's like learning how to cook from scratch rather than using a meal kit. You start to appreciate structure, hierarchy, page load times, mobile responsiveness, all the invisible things that make a website feel right. And honestly, I feel like that level of craftsmanship shows, even in no-code platforms. I'm not saying that you have to be a full-stack developer to benefit from knowing things like HTML and CSS. But if you do understand them, then you could customize WordPress themes beyond limitations. You will be able to fix things that other builders can't. And you could collaborate more effectively with developers. By knowing basic coding, you gain more creative freedom. In an industry that often feels template-driven and boxed in, knowing how to code is like having a key to unlock the back door in every project. Plus, not gonna lie, it impresses clients a lot. And if this video inspires you to brush up on your skills, you don't have to go full matrix. Just start with the very basics, like HTML, which is your structure, CSS, which is your style, and maybe sprinkle in a bit of JavaScript just for fun. And there are plenty of free resources out there, like how I mentioned earlier in the video, W3 Schools. There is also CodePen and also free Codecamp. Using one of these, even just 30 minutes a week, can sharpen your skills and make you a stronger designer overall. Coding used to be a required skill for web designers, and today it's optional, but in some ways it makes things feel even more valuable. Because if you know how to code even just a little bit, you're not designing around constraints. You're designing with understanding, intention, and control. And having that kind of confidence, it does translate. It translates into things like better design and stronger collaborations. And I don't know, this might just be me, but I think it makes things a little more fun. Okay, so I want to hear from you guys. Did you learn how to code the old-fashioned way? Or are you a no-code queen living your best life? I would really love to hear about your experiences. I also have ideas that I want your feedback on. Would you guys be interested in a video where I build a website like it's 2003 and then rebuild it in 2025? Let me know. And that's all I have for you right now. See you next time. Bye-bye.